Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here. In honor of week 7 of our course, I wanted to let you know that I'm wearing my map socks today. Very cool. Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you. Let's talk about what we will do in week 7 of our course. First of all, we're going to be talking about and discussing and working through activities that have to do with physical regions. There's so much in physical regions that we're going to need 2 weeks to do it all, okay? So that's okay because it'll be exciting, it'll be fun, it'll be informative, it will be relevant to your future. Let's take a moment to first talk about why we're in this course, what geography is, and why it matters. You may be thinking, well, we've talked about that earlier in this course. Yes, but it's a good opportunity to refresh our memory about why geography is an important subject in your life and also in this university. First of all, what unites all the readings and activities and maps that you have investigated in this course? Geography, yes, that unites us, but specifically what exactly? Well, first of all, location. They all take place somewhere, whether at the baseball stadium, in a forest, in a city, or any other location that we're analyzing this semester. Secondly, they have spatial patterns, relationships. They often point to trends in housing type, food, population, and, as we will see in this week, physical aspects of our world as well. Third, they have scale dependencies, large scale versus small scale. Could be the neighborhood level, could be a city, a country, and or the whole world. So scale matters in geography. Fourth, holistic thinking, getting you to think holistically that everything in our world is connected to everything else. The ecoregion is connected to the biome, is connected to the population, is connected to the river systems. It's all connected. And fifth, holistic thinking is the fourth one, but fifth, critical thinking. Being critical of the data you're using, the maps you're using, the methods that you're using. Can you trust them? How do you know if you can trust them? And that sort of thing. So being critical about all that you're doing is important, not just in geography, but in everyday life. So physical regions, week 1, we're going to be looking at sea level, and we're going to be looking at ecoregions, biomes, and settlement, but also landform regions, plateaus, mountains, coastal plains, etc. And in our next section, we're going to be looking at the wettest and the driest places on the planet. It has to do with physical regions, so it's important we look at that. That'll be fun. We're going to talk about Pliny. Pliny looking at natural features and the environment. And how did Pliny, P-L-I-N-Y, pass away? That's an interesting story as well. How did Pliny actually pass away way back in the 1st century? We're going to be looking at compasses, astrolabes, and backstaff instruments. Those are ways that we figured out where we were on the planet before GPS and before web mapping tools, and before phones. We're going to be looking at the Japan 2011 earthquake and tsunami, very serious physical impacting event on our planet. We're going to be looking at 2 communities in Russia, and there's a certain reason why we're going to do that you'll discover this week. And we're going to be looking at a tool called the NASA Earth Observatory to look at some landforms, craters, sand dunes, and various other things. That'll be really interesting and tied to physical regions. And finally, we're going to be examining landforms on Mars. Yes, Mars. Mars is a smaller planet than the Earth, to be sure, but it has some mighty big features that you might find interesting. So that's what we're going to do this week in our course. And as usual, there'll be discussions, there'll be a short quiz, there will be some interesting readings, and this video as well. So thanks for joining me for week number 7, Physical Regions number 1 in our geography course. Maps in the cloud, do, do, do. Good times never seem so good. Mom would be proud, do, do, do. Oh, I digress. We'll see you in the course. Thanks. We'll see you in week 7.